My name is Nacho. Nacho. I'm a kid's best friend. Nacho. With me the fun won't end. My name is Nacho. Come see the world with me. I'm just a pup, but look me up. I got Nacho ability.
My name is Emma Virjan. I live in Austin, Texas. I am a graphic designer and illustrator, and I am the author and illustrator of Nacho the Party Puppy. By day, I live as a graphic designer and illustrator. I have a design agency here in town in Austin, and by night, when I'm not doing any of that stuff, I am a children's book author and illustrator.
'Cause I'm Nacho average pup.
Nacho, the character, was developed in 1995 in a creative writing class, actually. I was living in Connecticut and had decided to take some writing classes in New York and took a writing class at Parsons. And it wasn't a specific assignment, create a character for a children's book or anything like that, but he is just something that was developed sort of on a parallel path while I was in the class. And since then I've just been working on him and developing him as a character and giving him voice and finding out who he is. And that's how he was born, if you will. There are some characteristics I think that Nacho and I both share, in that, you know, we're hopefully, you know, we're both fun, and we like to see what's out there, very inquisitive, want to be adventuresome. So I think that's how Nacho relates to me. Is he me exactly? Not exactly, but close. So it's nice to have a little personality that'll go out there and do things and explore a little more than I might. I am a dog person. I grew up with dogs. Nippy, Toby, Yum Yum, Charlie, who was also known as Carlitos. I've just always been influenced with dogs, and I've always been drawing dogs. And so when I was taking this class, it was just something I kept drawing. Having Maddie, my real dog, around every day certainly helps, because, you know, she looks off into space sometimes and I think, what is she thinking? And she's very zen, so she keeps me very calm. So yes, she's the greatest co-worker. I've always been drawing. I was always that kid that drew in class, within reason. I never got in trouble for it. And my parents taught me early that if I finished my assignments in school, that I could take out my little notebook and doodle, so that I wasn't getting in any kind of trouble. And it was my sister, Grace, who actually gave me my first set of oil pastels. And that just opened up a whole new world outside of crayons. I've always wanted to be a children's book author and illustrator. I wanted to do them both. I didn't understand when I was little that I could do them both, and I think that at the beginning I thought I would be an illustrator for other writers. And it wasn't until I took that writing class that I decided to actually do something about it. I'd been keeping myself from doing it, just sort of thinking, well, this isn't good enough, or I don't know how to do this, but jumped into it and created the character.
It's Nacho average story time, because it's Nacho average puppy. That's going to be happening
right.
in just a few minutes up on the second floor, only at book people. Where else would you go to buy your books?
We've had a really positive reaction to Nacho. We've had it on several levels. I've been in some book events at stores and in school. And it's really cool to, you know, open up the page, and there's lots of flaps in the book, and to open up one of the flaps and to hear the kids go, oh, wow, or they respond to the colors. And we did have one person, I forget where they lived, in Atlanta, who sent the video of her little kid just holding the book and just saying that she loved Nacho.
I love Nacho. I love Nacho. He's my favorite party puppy. I love Nacho. I love Nacho. He's my favorite party puppy.
I do get asked, you know, what advice would I give to others trying to be published? And I'll go back a little bit on this. This was, I guess, about 1994. It was shortly before my father died. And we were talking, and he said, hey, do you still want to be that children's book author and illustrator? I said, yeah, I do. And he said, well, what are you doing toward that goal? And it was the $60 million question. It's like, what am I doing? You know, I have all these drawings, I have all this work, but I hadn't shown anyone. And it turns out to get published, you actually have to show people your work, which, you know, left me a little vulnerable in actually showing this work out there, especially if Nacho is a little bit of me. But it was just like that aha moment. It's like, oh, well, yeah, of course I have to show it. I have to get some critique around it and work it more and see where it goes. And so my advice would be to just, you know, do it and get it out there.
My name is Nacho, Nacho, don't you know? My girlfriend is from Texas, her name is Jalapeno.
He's just a fun-loving dog, and he wants to be adventurous and hang out with his friends. He likes to travel, he likes to read, he likes to write. He fancies himself a poet, Nacho does. And just hoping that kids continue to respond to him well.
Become a Docublogger. Log on to Docubloggers.org to share your opinions and story ideas, or get out your camera and create your own docublog.